around last weekend. The 3200 was run with the girls 3000. 4 times that day. We had 4 sessions. And
so in lane 1, which is kind of interesting to say, in the 3200, we have Jake Orfano coming with a 10:16 seed time from Chaminade. And our seed times range from Michael Hawks, who was lined up in lane 2, from Xavier at a 9:40. We have Dylan Doskasil from St. Joseph's by the Sea, Anthony Zarella from Monsignor Farrell, Justin Morris from St. Peter's, Mike Ryan from Monsignor Farrell, Gabriel Murad from Iona Prep, and Johnny Sokoll from St. Peter's. And Johnny was in last year's race. He finished 6th around the 9:39 time last year. He's coming with the 9:44. Of course, we expect a lot of these kids haven't really run on a competitive race and not necessarily a good track either, as Ocean Breeze runs quite fast. And this is the CHSAA Championship race, so we expect this to be quite competitive and for the kids to run possibly their best time of the season.
The CHSAA has been getting a lot of action, and they've been having what they've called their practice meets.
Right.
Nice. So, if there's any group of guys who've done a lot of running this year, it is the CHSAA.
Right. They've been up to practice meet 7. They were up to last I saw. So,
of course,
this is the big one.
And they had it's kind of the relay invitational. That was what, 2 weeks ago? And that was one where Cardinal Hayes especially just ran an incredible time in the 4x2.
But Michael Hawks, who was your early leader from Xavier, followed by Johnny Sokoll, right on his back shoulder, which is exactly where you expect the top 2 runners to be at this point.
And again, with this CHSAA Championship, most of the guys are doing just one individual event. It could be that all of them. There are some guys signed up for 2 races, but they may be scratching from one of them. So I was going to put you on the spot, Jeff, and ask you, how many winners do you think we'll have over the weekend between the boys and the girls?
Well, it's hard to be a double winner if you're only going to run in one event, so
yeah,
that'll be kind of difficult.
It's going to be few, but there might be some field events, of course. So I'll go with 3 for the weekend. Not necessarily any in the running events, though.
So Michael Hawks still deciding that he wants to lead, and I'm sure if Johnny Sokoll, who's there on his shoulder, wanted to take the lead, he would, but it's sometimes a lot easier, in my opinion, on a longer race just to stick to somebody's shoulder unless you don't like the pace, and in which case you're just going to go out and go a little bit faster. Depends on if you're a runner who has a kick or not. If you have a kick, you like a nice slow race, just hang in there and outkick the other person. And if you're somebody who is pretty much on the longer side of things, you want to just set a torrid pace and get those kickers real tired. Right now it is a 2-person race between Hawks and Sokoll, Xavier and St. Peter's. And they come in with seed times pretty close, Hawks with a 9:40 and Sokoll with a 9:44.
And of course, Sokoll is going to be running a few more steps this race, but on the other hand, Hawks has to deal with the rail, which I think for every runner has a little bit of a psychological effect there. And burn off at least a little nervous energy about worrying about it and you step on it.
And even though we've got Sokoll coming in here with a 9:44 time, he did a 9:39 last year, so you know he's got it in him if he wants to push the pace.
Yeah, and again, there haven't been too many 3200s this year, so these guys are going to be fresh for the most part. They haven't been dealing with the grind of a lot of invitationals, helping their team out in the relays, maybe 408s.
And Johnny has decided to take the lead, as you can see.
And at some point we'll get to the scoring system for the CHSAA. I think it's 5-3-1.
It's 6-4-3-2-1.
6-4. Ah, so they
Yep.
have a few more points than I thought.
Yep.
And if the rules are the same, we learned a few years ago, or I guess last year, that you can take 2 places in the relays, like a first and a second. Last year,
Right. Although with COVID rules, you're hard pressed to get an A team and a B team in this year.
yeah, that's true. It doesn't look. You'd have to have a team in the second heat from whatever second section.
I didn't see any. St. Anthony did that last year with their A and B team in the relays, but I didn't see them even this year. A little bit different this year. A lot less runners, as you can see.
They may have made up separate rules for this year as far as the number of teams you can have in.
And Hawks decides to take the lead now. So Hawks and Sokoll. Hawks back in the lead. Michael from Xavier.
We have a good battle for third there too. These points are important. 6-4-3-2-1. Yeah. So I remember right last year with the girls, Bishop Laughlin took the lead by taking the first and the second in a relay. 4x8, I guess it was, and then maybe 4x2, and then St. Anthony's came right back to take a first and a second. So they didn't win by much; it was a point or so.
So we've got the local kid from St. Peter's here on Staten Island. Right now, Johnny Sokoll with the lead, and Michael Hawks back on the shoulder as he was for the first bunch of laps. Looks like he wants to pass again, but is being denied. Running a little bit wide there. See if he tries to pass here. Nope, content to stay on the outside shoulder. And now he finally makes his move. Let's see if that is just a trading of places or an actual move. See if he puts some distance in there. So Sokoll from St. Peter's.
Sokoll starting to open it up, it looks like there.
He is.
And
Johnny tried. That was a legit move. You can see the turnover a little bit more there.
And yeah, it looks like he's getting away from Hawks now.
A lot of distance here. And there's the bell lap. That's it. It is Johnny Sokoll, 6th place last year. It looks like, if things according to his plan, he will be the go-away winner here. Now there are 2 sections, but this is the faster section, so you're going to presume that whoever wins this section will be your CHSAA 3,200 meter champion. Let's see what he can get under that 940. He should be well under 940. Get a decent time as he slows a little bit down, somewhere around 937.
And here comes our 3rd place guy.
That's Mike Ryan from Monsignor Farrell there, coming in 3rd. Followed by Dylan Doskasil from from St.
Well, Staten Island guys get the advantage of the ocean breeze track here. Oh, some good times here.